The unshakable just shattered. The hip-hop world is spinning out of control tonight after the courtroom bombshell that absolutely no one saw coming. Remy Ma, the iron-willed rap queen who built her name on strength, survival, and dominance, was left in tears, her voice cracking, her hands trembling, as a judge ruled in favor of none other than her own husband Papoose. Yes, you heard that right. Papoose just won his alimony case against Remy Ma. And the fallout is unlike anything we've seen before. The moment the judge read the words, "Judgment in favor of Papoose," the courtroom erupted in stunned silence. Witnesses say Remy's face went pale, as if the floor had collapsed beneath her. Her eyes filled with tears, her knees buckled. And then, for the first time in her decades-long career, the world saw Remy Ma completely break down in public. Outside, the courthouse cameras flashed like lightning, fans screamed in disbelief, and reporters scrambled to broadcast what they called the most shocking celebrity verdict of the decade. Social media ignited instantly. Within minutes, hashtags like #RemyMeltdown, #PAPOSE and #HipHopDivorce were trending worldwide. Some fans praised Papoose for finally taking back his power, while others dragged him as a traitor who weaponized the legal system against the woman he once swore to protect through thick and thin. But the drama doesn't end here, because if the leaks, the insider whispers, and the secret recordings are true, this courtroom verdict is only the beginning of a war that will tear apart families, expose hidden betrayals, and forever change the way we see one of hip-hop's most iconic couples. The courtroom was eerily silent. Every breath, every cough, every shuffle of a shoe against the polished wooden floor felt magnified as the judge leaned forward, papers in hand. Fans, journalists, and even fellow artists who had managed to slip in for the spectacle were on the edge of their seats. This wasn't just another celebrity case about property or royalties. This was Remy Ma and Papoose, the hip-hop couple who had been the definition of loyalty, now standing on opposite sides of the courtroom as enemies. When the gavel slammed and the judge uttered the words, "Judgment in favor of Papoose," the air cracked like thunder. Gasps echoed across the room. Reporters fumbled to grab their phones. And Remy? She froze, as if her body refused to process the blow. Witnesses say her face went completely blank before the floodgates opened, her lips trembling, her voice breaking, her hands clawing at her chest as though the verdict had ripped something out of her soul. She broke down right there. Insider whispered later. The same Remy who once held her head high through prison time, through beefs, through public humiliation, she shattered like glass. Her tears weren't soft, private sobs. They were loud, raw, unstoppable cries that filled the courtroom, silencing even the smirks of those who had doubted her. Paparazzi cameras outside caught the sound of her wails echoing from within. And within minutes, the clips were plastered across the internet. Social media detonated. Hashtags like #RemyBreakdown, #PAPOOSE wins, and #HipHopDivorce shot to the top of Twitter's trending list. Fans split into two furious camps. Some sided with Papoose, praising him as a man who finally demanded recognition after years of standing quietly in Remy's shadow. Pap held her down when she was locked up. Pap raised her son. Pap sacrificed his career. He deserves every penny, one viral post argued. But others accused him of betrayal, dragging his name through the mud. You don't humiliate your wife in court. Period. This ain't justice, it's treachery. Another fan fumed, and then came the leaks. Almost immediately after the verdict, an anonymous account began circulating alleged text messages between Papoose and his legal team. Screenshots appeared to show him bragging about his airtight strategy months before the case ever hit trial. "Don't worry, we got her," one message allegedly read. "By the time I'm done, the world will see the truth." Fans debated furiously over whether the texts were real or fabricated. But the timing was suspicious, dropping just hours after Remy's breakdown. Blogs labeled it the smoking gun, painting Papoose as a mastermind who had been plotting his legal victory in silence. As Remy stumbled out of the courthouse, sunglasses hiding her swollen eyes, the press swarmed. Reporters shouted questions. "Remy, do you feel betrayed? Remy, will you appeal?" She kept her head down, but microphones still caught the crack in her voice as she muttered, "I can't believe this." That soundbite alone exploded across TikTok, with users looping it over clips of her most iconic rap battles, juxtaposing the fierce warrior she once was with the devastated woman walking out of court. The irony was brutal, and fans ate it up like wildfire. But here's where the drama escalated. Just as Remy's supporters began flooding the internet with #JusticeForRemy hashtags, a new bomb dropped: an alleged audio clip of Remy on the phone with a close friend, recorded secretly and leaked by a source. In the clip, her voice was raw, trembling. "He humiliated me," she sobbed. "I gave up everything for him, and he took the one thing I can't get back, my pride." The audio was short, but gut-wrenching, and blogs wasted no time plastering headlines like "Remy crumbles, secret phone call leaks after courtroom breakdown." Fans were torn apart. Was she truly the victim of betrayal, or had she underestimated a husband who'd spent years silently watching her take the spotlight while he remained the background hero? The narrative began to twist. Old interviews resurfaced where Remy had boldly declared she was independent. She didn't need anyone. She could stand alone. Critics mocked her words now, using them against her. Didn't she say she don't need nobody? Then why crying over paying Pap? One cruel tweet read, amassing thousands of likes. And if that wasn't enough, celebrity reactions poured in, fanning the flames even higher. Fat Joe, her longtime collaborator, posted a cryptic Instagram story. "Loyalty don't mean what it's used to." Fans instantly speculated he was siding with Remy. Meanwhile, Radiga tweeted, "Sometimes the silent ones are the deadliest players. Respect the game." That, of course, was taken as a shot in Papoose's favor. The hip-hop community was fracturing, every word dissected, every emoji overanalyzed. Behind the scenes, though, whispers grew darker. Insiders claimed this wasn't just about money. Rumors swirled that Papoose had collected years of financial records, texts, and private notes receipts that painted a story of sacrifice, neglect, and simmering resentment. Pap been quiet too long, one insider alleged. He had a vault. He opened it in court, and that's why he won. The idea that he had been preparing for years sent shivers down fans' spines. Meanwhile, Remy's silence online spoke volumes. Her Instagram went dark: no posts, no stories, nothing. For a woman who had always maintained a presence, the blackout was chilling. Fans speculated she was spiraling, hiding from the humiliation, or perhaps planning a counterstrike of her own. Screenshots began circulating of alleged group chats where her friends swore she was already contacting new lawyers, preparing for an appeal, if true. This battle was only just beginning. And then came the cliffhanger, the twist that turned a courtroom loss into something much more sinister. Late that night, another leak dropped. This time, a video clip allegedly recorded in the courthouse hallway. In the blurry footage, Papoose could be seen hugging someone after the verdict, a woman whose face was half hidden but instantly sparked speculation. Fans went berserk. Was this just a supporter congratulating him more? Was this another betrayal, another scandal waiting to unfold? Blogs immediately ran with headlines like, "Who was Papoose hugging after his victory?" And courtroom camera catches shocking moment after verdict. The speculations spread like wildfire. Fans froze frames, zoomed in, compared hairstyles and outfits, trying to identify the mystery woman. Some swore it was a paralegal from his legal team. Others claimed it was someone far closer to the family, a betrayal that would cut even deeper if proven true. Theories exploded across Reddit threads, with some even suggesting Remy had been set up from the very beginning. By the end of the day, one thing was clear. The verdict wasn't the end. It was the spark that ignited a storm. Remy Ma's breakdown wasn't just about losing money. It was about the collapse of a legacy, the humiliation of betrayal, and the unraveling of a love story the world once thought was unbreakable. And now, with mysterious texts, leaked audio, celebrity reactions, and a viral video hinting at a deeper betrayal, the world was left with one burning question. Was this courtroom victory just Papoose's first move in a much darker game? The internet woke up the next morning to absolute chaos. The blurry courthouse hallway video of Papoose hugging a mystery woman had gone viral overnight, spawning thousands of theories. Tired Twitter threads dissected every frame, with fans freezing the clip at different angles, analyzing the woman's shoes, nails, and even the shape of her jawline. Some swore it was just a member of his legal team. Others were convinced it was someone far more dangerous, someone close to Remy. The hashtag mystery woman trended alongside hashtag PAPOOSE wins, sending the narrative into uncharted waters. But before anyone could catch their breath, another bomb detonated. An anonymous Instagram account uploaded what they claimed was exclusive courtroom audio recorded during recess when microphones weren't supposed to be hot. In the clip, Papoose's voice could allegedly be heard whispering to his lawyer, "She'll never see this coming. Years I've been waiting, and now I got her right where I want her." Fans replayed the clip obsessively, some calling it ironclad proof that Pap had been plotting for years, others dismissing it as doctored. Regardless of authenticity, the damage was done. Headlines screamed, was Papoose secretly planning his victory all along? Meanwhile, Remy's silence became deafening. For nearly 72 hours, she posted nothing, leaving fans restless. Then, suddenly, at 3 a.m., her Instagram account lit up with a single black square captioned, "The truth will come out." That one post pulled in millions of views in minutes. Fans flooded the comments. "Appeal, IT, sis. Don't let him play you like this. Drop your receipts." The hunger for her side of the story grew unbearable. Insiders whispered that Remy wasn't just sitting in grief, she was plotting. Allegedly, she had already hired a new legal team, one notorious for taking down high-profile cases. A source close to her claimed, "She's not going out like this. She's gearing up for war." Rumors swirled that she had her own arsenal of receipts, mails, recordings, even financial records that could flip the narrative. The thought of Remy going full scorched earth electrified her fan base, reigniting hope that she wasn't done yet. And then came the celebrity pylon. Fat Joe doubled down, posting another cryptic message, "Never bite the hand that fed you." Erica Mena went live, sipping champagne, cackling as she declared, "Tables always turn, even on the ones you least expect." Fans accused her of taking cheap shots at Remy, while others argued she was throwing shade at Papoose. The ambiguity only fanned the flames. Meanwhile, Joe Budden said on his podcast that Papoose's win was strategic genius, sparking outrage from Remy's defenders. Even Cardi B, normally careful about weighing in, liked a post that said, "Real queens don't break, they fight back." That one like sparked 500 blog posts overnight. The court of public opinion splits sharper than ever. On Twitter, hashtag Team Remy. Threads highlighted all the times Papoose had stood in her shadow, arguing that his alimony demand was revenge for years of playing second fiddle. He couldn't stand that her name rang louder, so he humiliated her in court. One viral tweet read, Meanwhile, hashtag Team Pap loyalists countered with receipts of their own, compiling clips of him holding down the family during her prison stint, showing up to every hearing, every interview, every stage appearance as her rock. He gave her loyalty for years. She gave him humiliation. He deserves this, another argued. But while fans fought online, the real war was happening in the shadows. Leaked documents surfaced on a blog notorious for never missing. These papers allegedly showed Papoose had quietly tracked Remy's earnings for years, filing away details of performance contracts, endorsements, and royalties. The leak painted a picture of a man preparing for this moment with chilling precision. "Pap been building his case like a chess game," the blog declared. And Remy never saw the checkmate coming. Remy's allies fought back. Within hours, a separate leak emerged, a supposed voice note of Papoose venting to a friend months before the trial. His voice was frustrated, bitter. "I'm tired of being the sidekick. I'm tired of standing behind her like I don't matter. She don't respect me, so I'll make her respect me." The clip spread like wildfire. Fans called it the mask slipping, proof that his legal strike wasn't about justice, but about ego. One fan put it bluntly, "This ain't alimony, it's revenge." And then another twist. A grainy video surfaced, allegedly from a family gathering last year. In it, Remy and Pap could be seen arguing heatedly, voices raised with family members trying to intervene. At one point, Remy could be heard yelling, "I carried this family and you resent me for it." While Papoose shot back, "I carried you when you had nothing." The clip was messy, raw, and devastating. Whether leaked intentionally or not, it fueled the fire. Fans now believe the cracks had been showing long before court. The blogs turned ruthless. One headline screamed, "Power couple no more. Inside the toxic marriage of Remy and Pap." Another wrote, "Remy's breakdown was years in the making." Even mainstream outlets joined in, turning the feud into a cultural debate about gender roles, money, and marriage dynamics in hip-hop. Talk shows invited experts to argue whether men should get alimony from successful wives, framing the couple's implosion as a cautionary tale. But just when it seemed Remy was gaining sympathy, another insider leak landed like a bomb. Screenshots allegedly showed her dismissing Papoose in private messages, calling him washed and jealous. One brutal line read, "He'll always be the plus one, never the main event." Whether real or fake, the screenshots flipped the conversation again, with hashtag Team Pap fans crowing that she had belittled him for years. The betrayal narrative cut deep. And the mystery woman. That speculation reached fever pitch. Some fans claimed new stills proved it was a family friend. Others insisted it was someone from their inner circles, someone Remy trusted. Rumors swirled about a shocking reveal to come, with blogs teasing when her name drops, the internet will explode. By the end of the week, the war between Remy and Pap had escalated beyond divorce proceedings. It was now a gladiator match for public sympathy, with each new leak and clip flipping the scoreboard. Supporters were no longer just fans, they were soldiers in an online battlefield. And with Remy allegedly preparing her appeal, Pap quietly smiling in victory, and the identity of the mystery woman still hanging in the air. Everyone knew the next chapter would be even darker, because if the whispers are... But before she could reveal more, her live cut abruptly. Theories ran wild. Did Instagram shut her down? Did someone hack her? Or did her team pull the plug to stop her from saying too much too soon? Whatever the reason, the sudden silence left millions hanging, desperate for answers. Within hours, another leak surfaced, this one from Pap's side. An alleged voice memo of Remy raging during a private argument played like gasoline on a fire. In it, her voice was furious. "You think? You built me. I made myself. You was just along for the ride. Don't forget who the star is." Fans were stunned. The audio painted her as dismissive, arrogant, and cruel fuel for hashtag Team Pap supporters who now claimed she had belittled him for years. No wonder he fought back. One fan tweeted, "The back and forth of leaks created a dizzying narrative." Was Remy the betrayed queen or the arrogant star who pushed her man too far? Was Pap the silent strategist finally demanding recognition, or the cruel betrayer who mocked his wife with another woman? Fans couldn't agree, and that split made the drama even more addictive. But the next twist would blow everything wide. Open late one evening, small but notorious gossip blog dropped a bombshell report claiming the mystery woman wasn't just anyone. It was allegedly tied to someone in their professional circle. The blog didn't drop the name, but it hinted, "This is a face y'all have seen before." When she's revealed, it'll shake the culture to its core. The internet froze. Speculation intensified with names of castmates, managers, and even family friends thrown into the mix. Threads grew to thousands of comments as fans argued, demanded proof, and dissected every possible candidate. Meanwhile, insiders whispered that producers of Love and Hip Hop were scrambling to capitalize. Cameras had allegedly already been rolling, capturing Remy's breakdown, Pap's silence, and the fallout within their circle. This isn't just storyline it's reality playing out in front of us, one source claimed. Fans speculated whether the leaks themselves were tied to producers pulling strings behind the scenes. But others argued the pain on Remy's face was far too real to be manufactured. And then another confrontation. Eyewitnesses claimed Remy, and Pap crossed paths at a private industry event and sparks flew. Remy, surrounded by her team, allegedly confronted him directly. "You humiliated me in court. Now you mocking me in secret tapes? You crossed the line?" Pap.com, but Cold reportedly replied, "You crossed it first." Witnesses said the room froze as the two exchanged heated words, with security stepping in before things escalated further. Of course, someone caught part of the exchange on video, and the clip went viral immediately. The sound wasn't clear, but the body language said everything. Two people once inseparable, now glaring at each other like enemies. The fallout was catastrophic. Sponsors allegedly began pulling back from Remy, wary of being tied to scandal. Bookings slowed. Meanwhile, Pap's image experienced a strange resurgence. His music streams surged, his name trended, and fans who once ignored him now praised him as the man who finally stood up for himself. But that resurgence came at a cost. His reputation as hip-hop's most loyal husband was gone, placed by an image of a man willing to go nuclear on his wife. And yet the drama wasn't done. 'Cause as the dust settled from their confrontation, a final twist emerged, one so explosive it threatened to burn the entire saga down. The anonymous account teased once more, "We haven't shown you everything. The real betrayal is bigger than money. Bigger than alimony. Bigger than both of them." The internet held its breath. What could possibly be bigger? Did it involve hidden affairs? Secret financial fraud? Betrayals within their circle of friends? Theories spiraled so fast it was impossible to keep up. But one thing was certain: Remy and Pap's war wasn't just about alimony anymore. It was about survival, their reputations, their legacies, and maybe even their careers were hanging by a thread. And as the mysterious countdown for the next leak began ticking on Instagram once more, fans across the world knew the next revelation could destroy everything we thought we knew about hip-hop's one strongest couple. And there it is. Y'all, the kind of scandal that doesn't just shake hip-hop, it tears the whole culture apart. We've watched courtroom tears, explosive leaks, secret recordings, mystery women, and betrayals so raw it feels like something out of a movie. But here's the real kicker. This story is not finished. The anonymous account is teasing one more bombshell, and when it drops, it won't just expose secrets, it could end careers. The next leak might flip everything we think we know about Remy and Papoose on its head. So now the question is, whose side are you really on? Are you riding with Remy, the fallen queen fighting to reclaim her dignity? Or do you believe Papoose, the man who says he sacrificed everything and finally took his power back? And what about that mystery woman? Do you think her name will drop and blow this saga wide open? I need you to jump into the comments right now and tell me where you stand. Do not sit this one out, because your take might be the one that sets the internet on fire. Smash that like button so this video gets pushed to everyone who needs to see the truth. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications immediately. Yes. Because the second the next leak hits, we're breaking it down right here first. Miss it, and you'll be the last to know while the rest of the world is already screaming. This isn't just gossip. This is history in the making. Don't just watch it happen. Be part of it.